Hello, my freedom queens. How are you doing? It is Tuesday. I'm having the absolute most amazing day of my life. When I came into this week, when I came in to this week, I said this is going to be a life-changing week. I can just feel it. So let me check on the YouTube page. I think it's going to come up here. How is everyone doing? Put it in the chat. I want to know who is here. Say hello in the comments. Say hello if you're here live with me. I want to know who is in the house with us today. I don't know what it is, but when I came into this week, I said this is going to be a life-changing week. Just something about it feels different. It feels like a massive turning point in my life. I'm sure it feels that way in your life as well, where it's like you're just going all in. Big things are going to be happening in your business, and I truly, really believe that. And you get to leverage strategy. Yes. You get to leverage content. You get to leverage sales. You get to leverage all of the planning. And you know me, you guys know me. I am huge on strategy. I am obsessed with creating action plans. I'm obsessed with making moves, but I also want you to tune in to yourself. How excited are you for the turnaround time? How excited are you for the big things that are happening? Most of my sales have come from strategy, but a lot of it comes from energetics. A lot of it comes from energetics. Okay, I see everyone coming on. Carolina's here. How is the queen? Hi, love. Lorena says, I'm here with my mom. Oh, hi, Lorena and mom. We love Lo. Organically Glow. Hi, Bridge. Hello. Pearl's in the house. Hi, queens. Hi, Carolina. Nice to see you here. Amazing. If you're live with us, make sure that you comment below. I'd love to know who you are. I'm taking action. I can be doing better. My sales are not coming in yet daily. Daily. Keyword daily. You know I'm all about making sales every single day inside of your business. Every single day. So for today's Freedom Queen Live, I'm going to be giving you an opportunity, number one, to do Q&A at the end. So make sure that you stay to the end. I'm going to answer your questions. We have had so many different programs. Put a yes in the chat if you were inside of the Move and Manifest certification that we did last week. Put a yes in the chat if you were inside of that program. The Move and Manifest certification was incredible. We have so many people that are still getting certified in it. And the things that I'm hearing from the people that were in it were just like mind-blowing. They're like, so much is shifting in their business. So much is changing in their personal life. And this morning I opened up my Slack channel where I have my extraordinary mastermind clients. This is my 6-month mastermind. And yes, Alyssa was in it. Lo was in it. Yes. And she said, Bridge, I so needed this Move and Manifest program because this was a thing. Like I needed the energetics of business. I needed to step into my power because you can have the perfect pitch. You can have the greatest content alive, but there is something about charisma, about you owning your power, you owning your voice when you're selling, when you're making content that is magnetic. And so she said to me in this message, it was so crazy, you guys. She says, I'm going to be making 1K a day. And then she sends me another audio message, like I don't even know if it was a couple hours later or a day later. I have to look at the timestamp. She's like, so I made $1,000 today. $1,000 are my new $1,000 days are my new normal. And so I want you to, yes, go into all of my programs, whether you're in the Make Money membership, you're a mastermind client, a private client, go use the programs that you have access to, go binge them, go utilize them, and step into this level of power for yourself. She said, you always talk about the work, doing the work, stepping into your power. And she was like, I couldn't understand what you were saying for so long, and now I get it. It's like when you've unlocked, you've opened the door to your real power and you start to see yourself for how capable you are. What happens is it's like you open up this secret sauce. You tap into this thing where you're like, oh, I get it. I understand now. So last night, and put a yes in the chat or put emoji in the chat box if you're like, this is something I'm working on. I'm working on stepping into my power. I'm working on fully owning who I am. I'm working on a lot of the identity work. I'm working on getting in the rooms with people. I'm working on my money mindset. I'm working on creating offers. Like you're doing all of the things. But last night, at the beginning of every week, Robbie and we've been doing these meetings, and we talk about where our relationship is and where it's going. And it's been one of the most amazing things that we've added into our relationship. And last night we were talking in bed, because we usually do them on Sunday, and we did it on Monday. And he's like, what's really shifted? Because you've just shifted so much in the last couple of weeks, in the last month or so. And do you all remember, were you on Freedom Queen Live when I talked about this? I said going from the back seat of your life to the front seat of your life. Were you with me? Just put a yes in the chat if you were on that live. And I said to him last night, I said, I have gone from the back seat of my life to the front seat of my life. That's it. The now normal 7K days, the minimum 5K days, you saw my Instagram story, 8K day today, has occurred because I've stopped being in the back seat of the car and I'm operating in the front seat, meaning I'm moving as the version of myself that makes X amount of dollars, that has X lifestyle. I'm eliminating and being aware of certain negative thoughts that I have coming up around my business, around my relationship, around my health, around the way I'm thinking. It's being proactive. It's when you notice a problem coming up, when you notice some negative thing coming up, it's moving to the front seat instead of constantly being reactive in your business, instead of constantly just letting things happen to you. This work is so important. Yes, always working. I'm scared. I'm still in the backseat because I'm not getting the results I want sooner. Well, and in that moment, it's like, what can you do to move to the front seat? I'm going to say something to you that is very basic. It's very simple, and some people might get triggered by it. Some people might be mind blown, but I just want to walk you through this. If you're not getting results in your business, go get results. I'm going to say that again, because what I just said is actually monumental, and it will land on different levels for different people. If you aren't getting results in your business, go get results. So my first year in business, I was doing 10K months, and I'll never forget this moment. I'll never forget this moment. It changed my life forever. I said to my partner, I said, I want to be doing $20,000 months. And I had all this narrative around it, why I wasn't doing that, all of these things. And he looked at me and he said, then go do it. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. And did you know that next month I did a 20K month right after? So I want to say that to you, because it could be groundbreaking for someone. Someone needs to hear this. Maybe you're entertaining so much of the story as to why you can't do the $50,000 a month, the whatever $20,000 month, the consistent 30,000, 40,000, 60, I don't know what your numbers are, 5,000, whatever it is, because you're so into the story and you're entertaining the narrative so much of not getting results, or you're entertaining the thought that you're not ready yet, that you're not there yet. So it's keeping you in this paradigm of, well, I don't have the results. I'm not there yet. And the minute he said that to me, he said, well, just go make and then go do it. I was like, oh my God, you just changed my life forever. And now I have adapted that when I'm coaching myself, when I'm working with myself. You all saw my post about how one of my mentors, she posted, all you have to do is make 5K a day to hit $150,000 cash months. And I saw that, and I didn't play into it. I didn't give it any thought of, oh, well, I'm not there. I'm not ready. I'm not doing enough. I'm in the backseat. None of those things. I just said, oh, this is easy. I can do this. This is easy. I can do this. I'm going to normalize that. And you saw my post about it. I don't remember exactly how many days it was, Then it was a 6K day, then consistent 5K days, 7K days. And I told you today is an 8K day. And this is now the normal thing that's happening. So while you guys know me, I'm wildly obsessed with diving into the mindset, the energetics, the limiting beliefs, going in there, the strategy and all, but I also want to play the other side of like, what if the solution is as simple as saying to yourself, then go do it. What if we stop playing into the narrative that it's not possible and we just started saying, wait, I want X, so I'm going to go do X. I wasn't planning on talking about this today, but I think it's really, really, really powerful tool that you can use inside of your business. So I do these things called forming trust bonds with myself. And for a lot of people, they'll say to me, Bridge, how do you manifest so quickly? How do you say you're going to do something and then you do something? You say you're going to host a retreat in a castle and you do it and it sells out. You say you're going to do an event in New York City and you do it and it fills up. You say you're going to do these things. You say you're going to hit this amount of money and then you do it. It's this. And I actually don't think I've ever really taught this anywhere. Pearl says, I love this. Taisha says, hi, beautiful. Hi. So I do these things called forming trust bonds with myself. And what that means is on a micro level, on a day-to-day basis, I am constantly working on building my self-trust. So for example, let's say I say to myself, I'm going to stop ordering coffee out and I'm going to start making it at home. And then I follow through on it. I do the thing that I say I'm going to do. I'm going to take this another level further. Is that okay? Is that okay if I go in another level deeper here? A lot of people talk about nervous system regulation, and I am all for health. I am all for taking care of yourself. You guys know me. I trust and believe that you know where my heart is at. I am all for that. And I want to say that I believe the best way to regulate your nervous system, the best way to regulate your nervous system is by doing the things you say you're going to do. So if you say, I'm going to start ordering coffee, I'm going to stop ordering out and I'm going to start making coffee at home, and then you do it, internally, we're building these little trust bonds. Oh, okay, well, I do what I say I'm going to do. And it's these small little things. Maybe your goal is you're going to post every day. And then you're not posting every day. And then you're shaming yourself. And then you're ending up in this shame cycle of, well, you didn't post every day and now you feel bad. And then you go to post and it's not good enough. And so you're just like ending. This is what I talked about in the Move and Manifest program, creating a pattern interrupt, creating in Newton's first law, it says objects in motion stay in motion or stay at the same velocity unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. And so for many of you, you're stuck in this same cycle and you don't have anything that's going to like sort of propel you out of it. Where in your life are you saying, I'm going to do it, but then a week goes by, you're going to invest, you're going to host the retreat, you're going to sell that program out, you're going to do whatever. Where in your life are you saying, I'm going to do these things, but then you don't do it? And again, it comes down to the basic little things. Did you say you were going to start dressing up for your business? Did you say you were going to clean out the Google Drive? Did you say that you were going to organize your office? Did you say that you were going, I don't know what it is, you were going to start eating more vegetables? These little things, they start to accumulate over time. And so I have built like if you were looking at like my aura is backed by insane trust with myself, insane trust. This is how I quit the job without a plan, how I moved to Costa Rica without like knowing how to live in Costa Rica, how I sold everything I owned, how I've traveled the world, how I've hosted sold out international retreats, how I hit these months, how I invest in myself, how I get in the room. And I just know it's always going to work out because there's a lot of trust behind the scenes. I want to get really, 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 really real with you all right here, right now. Something that's been kind of living in my sphere that I want to bring to the table that I've been slightly afraid to bring up. Somebody just recently asked me, and put a yes in the chat if you're okay with me bringing these topics up. Just put a yes in the chat if you're okay with that. I see Carolina saying, I don't trust myself to be successful online. Wow, breakthrough moment. Pearl says, it's all the little things we do every day. It all matters. This is so powerful. Yes. Someone asked me recently, they said, have you ever launched a program and not have it fill, or not have people buy, or not have people want to join inside of it? And I really thought about this. And I was scared to even say, I don't think I'm going to make a whole training on this. Thank you, Carolina. I love you guys so much. Let's go. I really thought about this, and the honest answer is no. And that's not coming from like an ego way. That's coming from like, oh, I really want to dissect this, because why? Why is that happening? This is not from a place of like, oh, Bridget sells off her program. This is from a place of like, but there's something going on. Like, let's dissect this, because there's something happening. If from day one, from back in the day, when I was in New York City hosting Move and Manifest workshops at 5 a.m., there were still people buying. Then. I have a client that's in my mastermind, and she has bought supplements for me. Nope. Even the first one, people bought everything, every single offer. Now, maybe in some offers, I've dropped something and haven't gotten as much interest. Or maybe a good example of this is a Sold Out Coaching Accelerator. Sold Out Coaching Accelerator was a program I dropped, and I was like, this is going to be the most amazing program ever. I had dropped it January of last year, and I had one person buy. Now, after that, I stopped talking about it. 2 months later, I sold it again, and I had like 8 or 9 people buy, and now people buy it all the time. So what I mean by this, and I really want to dissect this for a second, is number one, I think it boils down to an energy, an excitement, and a charisma for life. Your own charisma. And I'm not talking about your charisma for the offers that you're selling, but your charisma for you. Because when I was selling, oh my God, I sold like an hour-long session for $60 or something like that when I first bought. And when I was to first started, I was so excited about these offers because I was really excited about the human. I was really excited about getting on Zoom calls with people, and I just saw the person and I didn't even care. Do you guys know there was a time in my business where I had partnered with an online platform, and to get my profile up and running, I sold sessions for $1. I sold sessions for $1. So maybe for some programs, yeah, like one person has bought, but then here's the thing. I never, ever abandoned the program. I never stopped selling it. I never was like, oh, well, Sold Out Coaching Accelerator is a wash. I just realized that that's a program that, okay, let me pull back on it, put it in my digital asset library, and then I'm going to surge it at another time. I'm going to put it out to the marketplace at another time. But I trust, okay, here we go. Now we're going back to the beginning here. I trust that eventually this program is going to benefit my clients in some way. People are going to buy it, and people are still buying it to this day. And I made it 1 year ago when only one person bought. So why is this so important? Because a lot of people will in their mind say, oh, well, that launch failed. Yeah, one person bought, but that's one human that bought. And then after that, 8 or 9 people bought, and now people are still buying. But I didn't give up on it. I didn't abandon that program because at that time, it wasn't the right time for that program. Now, Sold Out Coaching Accelerator, our 8-week accelerator, is one of the programs that my mastermind clients, private clients, you guys all have access to it, rave about it. They're like, this program is worth everything. So I'll see people say, oh, well, that offer didn't sell, so I'm going to create another offer. But I really want you to think about it. Is it the offer, or is it your own inner charisma and drive and juice for life in yourself and the people and what you're building? Because honestly, I don't really care what the title of the offer is. Yeah, we have different topics in some offers, but most of the time, you're going on calls, Voxer, Slack with private clients, mastermind clients, whatever that looks like, to support people. People are actually buying you. They're buying your charisma. They're buying your energy. So don't get caught up in the name of the offer. Because like I said, I have people that bought collagen from me are still in my programs. I really wanted to look at that. And there's definitely way more room to dissect this, but I really took a minute to think about it and just think, why is that happening? How can we as a community solve this problem? And I think it goes back to this work of really deeply being so obsessed with you and your mission and the people that you're serving and what you bring to the table that people are like, I have to work with her. I don't even care what it is that I'm buying. I just have to work with her because I know it's going to be extraordinary. I know my mind's going to be blown. So maybe you have an offer that hasn't really been selling. Instead of, I want you to try this. And this is like the opposite of what I usually teach about problem solving and transformation, which again, I love. But instead of doing that, I want you to just go and get wildly obsessed with yourself. I want you to go look in the mirror. I want you to go take yourself outside for a walk, take a nap, journal, dance, connect with God. Do anything that's going to connect you back to your overarching mission in life and why you're here on this planet. Then come back and sell. One of my mastermind clients, if you guys know her, Jenna, she was in the middle of a launch and she said, what should I do? What should I do? And I said, honestly, Jenna, I think you need to go take some time for yourself. Like, honestly, you're doing all of the strategy. This is great. I think you need to go take time for yourself. The last time I talked to Jenna, and I know she signed on a bunch more clients, she's already made $25,000. She's already made, so the investment for the mastermind is $15,000. She's already done more, almost double of what the cost of the mastermind was. And it's like, what day is it? March 14th. Where in your business do you need to fall in love with your own charisma? I'll tell you right now, it's not the offer. It's not, how do I fix the copy? Now, again, I'm trusting that you can hold both sides of this, right? Because I love that. I love getting into the copy and the messaging and the refinement and the strategy and how are we speaking to people and what problems are we solving and what's the transformation and what's your sales flows and what's your audit. I love that. But when I really look at why have people always bought, even if it was just one person, my first ever offer was it was 5 sessions with me and somebody bought it. And they bought it because I was excited about life. They bought it because I was like, I want to help you. Would you like to do that with me? I could help you build your business because I had already built other businesses. I had helped someone else build their business. I can do that for you. Would you like my support? Would you like my coaching? And they said, yes. Is this landing? Put a yes in the chat if this is landing for you all. I believe that you get to be a person. Can we declare this right now? I believe that you get to be a person that no matter what offer you're dropping, you get to sign on clients, no matter what offer it is that you're dropping. I don't care if it's $5 or $50,000. You get to be someone that when you drop an offer, people buy. And then you don't give up on that offer. You don't give up on it. Don't abandon the offer because you think another offer is going to solve that problem, right? It's similar to like, this is a weird analogy, but I'm going to use the analogy. It's similar to like cavities. Okay, I've been studying like, whatever, this doesn't matter. It's similar to cavities. Cavity is a symptom of a problem. There's a larger problem. It's the same thing with our offers. If the offer is not selling, that's just a symptom. What's the deeper problem here? It's not the offer's problem. It's not the truth's problem. It's not the there's a deeper underlying issue. And I can guarantee for many of you, it's tapping into your own charisma. It's tapping into who you want to be, tapping into your next level power. You can see it in someone when all of a sudden they just like click and things start rocking and rolling and they get it and they're like, oh my God, things are shifting and people are buying and I don't even know why. Jenna Lee, the teaching lady. Yes, you guys have to go follow Jenna. You are right. Yes. Wow. I'm so glad that we talked about this. So we have a couple minutes left here today on Freedom Queen Live. Put it in the chat. What questions are coming up? What questions are coming up if you have any? I see some of you are with me here, or some of you might be watching the replay. Put your questions in the chat. And while I wait for them to come in, I just did a huge beef up on the YouTube channel here. So make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. You're going to see a lot more content rolling out on our YouTube page, long form trainings, things like that. So make sure that you're subscribed. I think you can do it somewhere on the video here. I'll make sure that you're subscribed and drop any questions that you have in the chat. I'm going to take some time to just be with you all. Yeah, what if, while I love diving into all of the energetics and things like that, what if it could just switch right now? What if we didn't even have to entertain the offer not selling out and we just entertain you being that go-to person, you being someone that sells out all of your programs? Caroline says, I binge it daily. Amazing. Well, I'm going to be dropping more episodes on our YouTube channel for sure. So make sure that you're subscribed. Eston put a message and then he retracted it. Eston, we need to know what that was. What was your message there? He's like, no. Any questions coming up that you want me to answer, riff on, anything that you need support with, just put it in the chat. Can be anything. Organically Glow, what is your name? I've seen you on, I can't see your name, but I can see your profile picture and I feel like I know who you are. What's the best way to get people into Facebook community? So what I would be doing is focusing on a lead generation platform. Great lead generation platform is TikTok. On TikTok, what you do is you post content that gets seen by your audience, education, storytelling, opinionated content. Yes, what is your name, Organically Glow? I know Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Okay, hi. I'm so glad that you're in the membership. Welcome to the Make Money membership. So post content to your TikTok, drive traffic to either a freebie, a video freebie is what I highly recommend making. Send people from your freebie to your email list. And right after they opt into the freebie, it should say step 1, join the Facebook group. Step 2, check your email. And when they check their email, it's also going to be in there. Step 1, join the Facebook group here. Okay, so that's one way. Another way is whenever you run masterclasses, make them all be inside of your Facebook group. So I'm definitely going to be doing a masterclass probably at the end of this month because some really cool things are happening that I've been hiding and I can't wait to share with you all. But host a masterclass inside of your Facebook group, send traffic there. And so for the first year of my business, I would do a masterclass 2 times a month and I would host them inside of my Facebook group. And then I would send the traffic to the Facebook group that way. So when people opted in, I got their name, their Instagram handle, their email. Once they were on the email, it said, click here to join the Facebook group. And then all of the reminders will be sent to them to join the Facebook group, join the Facebook group, join the Facebook group that way. So all funnels lead to our main Facebook group, which is an amazing way to nurture and talk with your audience. My question is about creating a Facebook community. Amazing. What is your specific question there about creating the Facebook community? I mean, I can give you some just little pointers. So having a Facebook group, or Carolina says she uses Mighty Networks app. Doesn't matter what place you use it can be any platform, right? But the point of it is to create a hub. So if you think about humanity as if we were in person with one another, you would want to have a space where people could come and congregate and talk with one another and interact. And so your Facebook group, your Mighty Networks, your Discord, whatever, it's like the place where everyone can come and network and get resources and guides and make friendships and ask questions and get support from you as the leader of the group and other leaders in the group, right? It's the place where people can get their juice and stay plugged in. It's the one spot, because with Instagram, you can't really do that. TikTok, you can't. YouTube, you can't. But having a group where people can speak, use their own voices, does what? Makes them feel very important. It makes them feel heard. Really powerful tip right there. Okay, amazing. Sherry says, what are some of your favorite ways to work on your money mindset daily? Okay, practically, I manage my money very well. So every day, something I'll do, actually, I'm not doing this every day, but I did it every day last year, is I would look at my finances. So I have used the Mint app for years. I'm not a partner with them or anything like that. I've just used that app for years, the Mint app, and every single day I log in and I would look at my finances. A lot of people, I find that they have really bad money issues because they just avoid it. Out of sight, out of mind. Where your intention goes, energy flows. So a lot of people don't actually pay attention to their money. So the first thing that I would be doing is looking at your money and your bank accounts as much as possible. If you're someone who has very avoidant behavior, because it's going to affect your mindset for sure. If you're scared to look at your bank account, your debt, your credit cards, your investment portfolio, your savings, your check, whatever you have going on, it's going to affect your money mindset for sure. Okay. So make sure that you're doing that. Second thing is I do a weekly finance routine. This is very practical, strategic advice. Okay. A weekly finance routine. I sit down and I write down all of my wins and areas of improvements. Wins. Here are all of the things that are happening in my money over the last week. Here are all the areas that I have to grow, whether it's spending in this area or creating more recurring payments inside of my investment portfolio, whether it's looking at where my investments are going, just things like that, getting your eyes on it. Wins, areas to grow every single week. Literally changed my life. It helped me pay off all debt. It helped me have a savings account that I never even knew was possible, have an investment portfolio, be able to, my parents are flying to Thailand in 2 weeks and I spent $20,000 on flights with them without even really having to worry about that. So I take care of my money. I take responsibility. One of my favorite people, Joyce Meyer, she said once, if you can't respect money, don't expect money. If you're having issues in, you can't pay your credit card bill on time. You can't pay your mentor on time. These little things, how can you expect money to come in? So right then and there, it's like, let's get that organized. And then the other part of this is all of my money goes to four expenses: housing, health, mentorship, and travel. All of those things are going to bring me an ROI. I don't spend a lot of money on other things. Now I know other people teach just, different money mindset, like go spend the money because it will come back to you, expanding your money mindset. And for me, housing, travel, health, mentorship expands the crap out of me because it's my environment. It's how I feel. It's how I look. It's who I'm around. So that really expands me. Now, if going and getting lattes every day expands you, amazing. The other thing, the best way to increase your money mindset is by going and making more money. Now that's kind of like similar to what I said earlier about if you want to just do it, just go do it. But it's a similar thing. The best way to increase your money mindset is by going and making more money. I remember when I lived in New York City, and I remember calling my mom one time and I said, there is no way at this income level that I am ever going to pay off these student loans. Like there's no way. And so the best way to actually increase your wealth is through increasing your value and skill set in the marketplace. How do you do that? Learning a skill, getting around other people that have those skills, watching them, calibrating to them, learning from them, figuring out how their mindset works. Because it's not that they're any smarter than you, they're just thinking differently than you. Okay, I could go on and on about that one. Let me know if that was helpful. Just put it in the chat. Can you do a training on how to keep community engaged? I ask them questions and they don't respond. I had 25 people opt in 3 days, but only one person answered my question. Is this to your Facebook group, Carolina? If people are opting into your Facebook group, this is going to take time. It's going to take time to really build the community and the engagement inside of it. So I would be doing inside of your Facebook group either a once a month live, bi-weekly live, or weekly live in the Facebook group in order to show that you're there. So since June of 2021, I have been doing a live inside of my Facebook group or a live for my community pretty much, give or take, every week. I'm not kidding. Now, Freedom Queen Live was birthed at the end of last year, but I've always done live inside of my community. So make sure, number one, you are really specific. I mean, not specific. You're very consistent inside of providing value for your community. You're showing up there, and then it's very clear on how people can engage. How should they use the group? So from the start inside of our Facebook group, we have that video and it talks about how to use this group. And then it says how you can continue to work with me. So everywhere I'm saying, here's how to use this group. Here's how to use this group. And in the beginning, it might just be a couple people. I don't know how Mighty Networks works. However, it might be, Carolina, that people just aren't as familiar with that app yet, and it's going to take them time to really understand it. And then obviously we can also create a strategy, Carolina, around what are the things that you should be doing daily, weekly, monthly inside of that Facebook group in order to get people more engaged. I'm checking the chat before I go to Eston's question. I need to nurture them. I'm doing a live monthly masterclass. I did one today. 10 people showed up. Amazing. Yeah. Girls, I agree. 10 people showing up is great. Celebrate that. Yes. 10 people showing up is monumental. I remember when I would go live in my Facebook group and it would just be my boyfriend there. And I was like, or my mom or whoever. And I was like, okay, hi guys. But since June of 2021, I have been doing weekly lives in that Facebook group. And I remember many times going live, and for the entire live, no one showed up. For the entire live, no one showed up. But I was still there because people could watch the replay, or I turned it into a digital asset, or I took it down and I sold it. Like, there's so many different reasons for why you should show up. I think about the gym and business the same. It's like going to the business gym. There are many days when I go to the workout with my trainer and it sucks and I'm not as on, or I can't lift as much as I did last week, but I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to do it because I know that that is going to actually make me stronger for the next time. This is why I say sell all of the time, because when you're selling all of the time, what are you doing? You're getting better at selling. When you're selling all of the time, it's not so people buy now. It's so that one day you get better through taking action at selling and pitching yourself, whether it's to companies, it's to people on the internet, whoever it is, and you're good at selling because you put in all the reps. Okay, I think Eston is our last question here. I'm working on fine-tuning my niche. My ideal client is someone who is in a 9-to-5 job, but they feel stuck of fear and lack confidence. Not sure how to put together like what my offer, need help putting it together. It's not business coaching, but more mindset. So I totally get this. In the beginning, help people find their purpose. So for you, it would be like helping XYZ type of person figure out, I just want to see if they want to find their purpose in life. Maybe you want to be happier outside of your job, you want to get a new job, or you just want to decrease anxiety. I am the person for you. And then you tell your story. When I was in my 9-to-5 job, or when I was in a 9-to-5 job that I hated, I would wait for the weekend. I was so exhausted all of the time. I didn't know how to set boundaries with my work. I didn't know how to tell people no. And I did these XYZ things. And now in my business, or now in my job, if you still have a job, Now in my corporate life, I am able to go to work and come home from work and have set boundaries. I'm able to go to work all day and then come home and spend time with my family. I am now taking care of my health. I no longer experience raging anxiety on the weekends that I have to be at in my email or in my account. Okay. So just talking about your story is going to be one of the most powerful things of what it was like when you were in your job and why now you feel less anxious, you feel more confident, whether you're in a job or not. Yay, catching you on YouTube. Hi, Nicole. Nicole's going to be coming on to one of our Freedom Queen lives soon in April. Okay, my Freedom Queens. Are there any other questions coming up? I'm going to check in all these things here. Any other questions coming up? How are you guys liking watching Freedom Queen Live on YouTube at this time? I know, we used to have like 70 people on the live here with us, and there's 15 people with us now. And I think a lot of people catch the replay because we still get a lot of views, but I had to change it to this time. I had to for my schedule, and I'm just obsessed with you all. I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for coming on. This was so good. Thanks, Queen. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so welcome. So I love it. So I have something really fun. When I fly my parents out to Thailand in 2 weeks, well, first of all, you all are about to come on a journey with me. So I'm flying from Thailand to Mexico for a 5-day mastermind with Russell Brunson and his mastermind and my boyfriend. It's his mastermind. He get to bring a partner, which I'm very excited about. I love the Russell Brunson world. Then I'm going to spend a weekend in Montreal with Stephanie. You guys know Exo Gingy. Then I'm going over to Vancouver. I'm going to do the Demi's dinner, and I'm meeting up with some clients that week. So if you're a client of mine out there and you want to connect, send me a message. Maybe we can do a coaching session or something. I'm doing a photo shoot out there. Then I'm meeting my family in Miami, and I'm flying with my parents all the way here on business class. And my parents are like, literally, we come from like, they live in Florida. We come from like, we're not like, my family isn't redneck, but like they're kind of redneck, you know what I mean? Like we're just like, my parents have like pit bulls, like they're so they're flying. The furthest they've been, I think, is Costa Rica with me. And they're coming here. So on Freedom Queen Live, when my parents are here, I won't be on as much. You're not going to see me, but my mom's going to come on. Do we get to meet your mom and first client? PS the same. She's going to come on. We're going to be in this office. I'm going to bring her on and I'm going to ask her about, why she really instilled in me this make it happen. Remember how I talked to you about that? My mom always says, make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. And I think that's why I became someone that when I drop something, people just buy it, because I have my mom drilled in me in a really loving way. Like, you guys are going to love my mom. Like, you're going to be obsessed with her. This woman, let me give you some context. When she comes on, you're going to want to like sign up for one of her programs. She doesn't have a program, but I keep telling her create a program. When I was in high school, my friends would come over and they would hang out with her. They would hang out with her. And so I was like, all right, so you guys are going to love her. And I think it's really, really eye-opening to see. Tony Robbins told me recently, he was like, go and ask someone in your life, go and tell someone in your life, Mom, I'm going to become a part of the 1% club, and see how they respond. And my mom's answer was crazy, because Tony said, most people will say like, oh, you're crazy, or they'll say, what's that? But my mom said, how can I support you in making that happen? And I'll just never forget that. So I want to bring her on because I think she's really powerful. You're going to be inspired by her. She's like a big God woman. She loves praying. She loves doing all the things. So you're going to be really activated by her. And I'm just excited to bring you on this journey. I am going to still do our Freedom Queen Live when I'm in Canada. So we'll be back on the Eastern time, and we're going to be just having an incredible live there, and be giving you all the juicy behind the scenes of Mexico Mastermind, where I'm literally going to be in the room with people that own $100 million companies, which I'm very excited about. 100 million a year companies, like crazy. Montreal, Vancouver, Miami, you'll meet my mom. Like, I'm just so excited for these next few weeks with you all, whether you're a private client of mine, a mastermind client, a past client. I'm just so excited I can't wait to just serve the crap out of you and help you reach your next level in business. So Freedom Queen, put your crown on. We have so many things coming out. The Freedom Queen video is about to drop. We're getting that edited. Like, we have a lot going on. Freedom Queen on the Ground Pioneers is working out in the back behind the scenes. So I'm just so pumped. Okay, my Freedom Queens, keep your eyes out, because this week or next week, I'm going to drop something secret that I haven't told anyone about. And if I've been hiding it behind the scenes. So keep your eyes out on my page, Facebook, Instagram. Go take care of yourself. Go love on you and go sell, 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 sell. And I will see you.